I'm so excited because today we are doing a chatting with CoCoa. It's a net. Today we are doing a chatting with CoCoa reboot. No, it was never canceled, but we did take a break from it, and I'm so excited to be bringing it back because, honey, these topics that I was sent, these questions, these advice requests, or however you word it, are so juicy. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I don't have my notebook today because I was typing a letter anyway, so I just went ahead and opened up my email, and here we are in my email. So yes, the first chatting with CoCoa says, my friend always complains about everything and I just don't want to hear it sometimes, not because I don't care, but it's almost like she enjoys to complain and be in bad positions. Am I a bad friend for not wanting to hear it all the time? No. You're not a bad friend, and the reason why I say you're not a bad friend is because you have to also protect your energy. And so when you're around people that are constantly negative, people that don't see any good in anything in life or anything that they have going on, those are the kind of people who you have to be careful around, because energies do transfer. Energy transfers are real. And also because she has to be a participant in her own rescue. Like, whatever the situation is, if she is able to leave the situation, leave the relationship, leave the circumstances, or whatever. This net is driving me crazy. It's like this one net. But anyway, whatever the circumstance is, if it's something that can be changed, then she needs to change it or stop complaining about it. That's just how I see it. I know it's a little harsh, but that's genuinely how I see it, because you continuously complaining about it. Now, I'm heavy at the heart, or on the heart, or however you want to say it, because obviously y'all are close, I'm assuming, if y'all are having these kind of conversations. And I myself am the kind of person to where if my friends are going through something, it does impact me and it does affect me, because I want to do everything in my power to help them, to do whatever I can to get them out of that situation or to change their situation. And it bothers me when I can't change it. But, or I guess I should say, however, comma, you can't want something more for a person than what they want for themselves. So until she's ready to do something different, then no, you're not wrong for telling her, like, look, I just don't want to hear that today. Like, you're not wrong for that. That's what you have to do. You have to get to a point of being selfish with you and protecting you, because all that stuff that she's coming and dumping on you, whatever it is, or however severe it is, or whatever the case is, like, nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to carry that on until they sleep, and nobody wants to be around somebody who's always negative. So yeah, that's my advice on that. Y'all know I only tell y'all things that I would do myself. If I don't know who just sent me, that's a long message, but see, like, I might block that person, because what you sending me just that long randomly. But but yeah, seriously, I say no, you're not a bad friend. So our next one is also a, wait, let me see before I lie. No, it's a best friend situation. It says, my best friend recently came out to me and I don't care about his preference, and I still love him the same. I want to be supportive of him, but not only am I a Christian, but some of the things that he shares with me are just way too sexual and personal. I didn't even like it when it was with girls. Anytime I say something about it, he says that I'm starting to sound, she put quotations, real anti-judgmental and homophobic. It makes me feel like we can't stay close, not because of him living his life or whatever, but because I feel so attacked all the time. I respect his choices and decisions and also support him, but some things I feel he doesn't respect. As far as my beliefs and choices, am I wrong for feeling this way, and does it make me homophobic? Okay, I didn't do the quotes, she put the quotes before y'all coming for me. Okay, this is like a tricky situation, because I personally feel like, how do I say this, like, nicely or like politically correct? I personally feel like we have to get out of this like narrative of believing that anybody with an opinion is like homophobic or anti-LGBT or judgmental. I don't want to sound like a butthole, but the reality of it is, after reading this, I feel like it's insensitive of him as well, because if he knows that you're a Christian and he knows that that is against the faith that you follow, then no, that shouldn't be pushed on you if it's something that makes you uncomfortable. The same way how if you were constantly shoving your faith down his throat, or if you were like constantly bringing him conversation about subjects that he is not okay with or that he does not like, or something that you've addressed, it wouldn't be you being like, oh, you sound judgmental, you sound real anti-Christian, you sound real, I don't know, Christian phobic, I guess. Like, I don't know the word for that, but I think that if you have already addressed this with him, you've already told him like, hey, this is a little too much, I don't really want to know that type of detail. We can talk about things, but we got to keep it to like, we got to have boundaries is what I'm trying to say. Have boundaries. If you already addressed that, and every time that you address it, he says, oh, you sound real anti, oh, you sound judgmental, oh, you sound homophobic, then to me, that's kind of like bullying, which is kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel the world is turning into now. Like, he can come and say whatever to you, and I've also seen a lot of that on social media. I haven't necessarily dealt with it in my personal life, but I've had a lot of people in my life who have, and I've had a lot of people on my social media. It's also, this is not the first Chatting with Coco that was submitted like this, but I think that it is unfair that, you know, people can, well, I guess like this community or whatever, they can say things to you or can act certain ways with you, but then if you have any type of opinion, or if maybe that's not your cup of tea, maybe that's not a lifestyle that you want to live, then they're slain. Like, they're all types of homophobic, all types of anti-LGBT, all types of bigots, all types of everything else, and I just simply don't agree with that, because we can agree to disagree. Just because I don't necessarily live the lifestyle that you live doesn't mean that I don't respect you. Just because maybe I don't want the deep down and dirty details of what you did last night and who you did it with. And like you said, you had the same, you had the same attitude when it was with him and females. So it's not like this is just out of nowhere. It's not like you're attacking him for his decisions or his choices. Everybody has the power of choice. Do what you want to do with your life. But my opinion on it is, no, you're not wrong, and no, it does not make you homophobic. Don't let society push that down your throat that you're homophobic just because you stand on your beliefs, because at the end of the day, I can support you and respect you and still have my own personal beliefs. You being whatever you want to be labeled as or whatever has nothing to do with me. I can still see you as the person who I saw you as before you told me. I can still handle you as the person who I handled you as before you told me. It's not because of whatever you decide to do when you go home at night, or whoever you decide to label, whatever the case is. It's just simply, he has to also respect your beliefs and your faith and things like that. So that's my opinion. No, you're not homophobic. I really, really don't want you to even think like that. But the fact that he's saying those kind of things to you, I do say address it with him. And if it's something that he continues, then no, you probably don't need to deal with him, because that's pretty much bullying. Like, you can't, if we're best friends, I can agree to disagree with you. Like, I can be a Christian and I can practice my faith, and I can say, no, that's not necessarily the lifestyle for me. Even if you're not Christian, if whatever you are, if you're not anything, if that's not the lifestyle for me, that's fine. If that's the lifestyle for you, that's fine. But we need to respect each other, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. So y'all really threw it on me for us to just be coming back, but make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe, comments. I hope that this advice has helped you all out, and I hope that I like the fact that we've had these kind of topics, because it's stuff that's happening real time, real life, in the world that we live in. So I hope that it helps somebody, and I hope that it does spark conversation around the table. Make sure that you share this video with everybody, okay? And I know I'm looking dusty, y'all. My birthday next week, so I'm just holding these until then. And then I'm gonna be dolled up and looking snatched, okay? But yes, thank you guys for tuning in so much. Always with love, your girl Coco.